Hello guys and welcome to today's special stream, and you guys can see it already. I hope I have put the right okay, I can't fix it. I need to see what OBS is doing. Yes, I'm almost hitting the right buttons. Guys, we're live in VR. Like I can't actually believe it, and as you can see, like I'm not quite yet set up completely. Just about getting finished with everything. It is a bit of a mess, to be honest with me. Where are my gloves? This is one glove. This is the other one. Awesome. We're about to get ready, and as you guys can read already, I can't read or see chat. So what I'm going to do before I'm actually going to set off here, and actually screwed it up because I wanted to do a race weekend with AI, so I'm quickly going to go out of the game again. And putting a race weekend while we are configuring that up. Porque with all the cars on advanced options, I had some advanced weather going for me as well, because I want to get this going actually on a green racetrack, just for the gags, you know. We're gonna give ourselves 15 minutes of practice, then a 30-minute race. There we go, that is all set up. Maybe not that late. Because we want to have actually some tire temperatures. We're gonna let that start at what, 3. No preset grip, naturally regressing. Amazing. That should obviously Normal. Awesome. 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 Okay. This is set. This is done. Here we go. I would like to say thank you so much for joining. And then, of course, I have effed it up with the layout of the stream. So, it is a little bit of blind foolism. I have done like 5 laps before. I do know where the buttons are on my steering wheel. I kind of know where stuff is down there on the Stream Deck. I know that my keyboard is like somewhere to the right, and I've binded a couple of buttons that I can like access with the nice. Do you know when your head is like you want to scratch yourself at the position where you just can't get towards to? It's an amazing feeling. Anyway, we are gonna get going with this, and like I have to admit, I'm currently kind of abusing the way this VR glasses is supposed to be working, because this VR glasses got speakers included, which actually should give me the opportunity to, you know, have some sounds coming from the glasses itself, me not needing any further adjustments or any further headphones. So quickly looking. Awesome, that looks good. Okay, so, and as much as this is looking good, where is the buttons? This is the button. Yeah. So I need to just make sure to get into a good position. I want to be a bit more up, like this. Yes, replace it, and then yes, now I should have something I can work. Okay, out we go for the first time in VR. I have no idea how well I will going to be feeling after this session, because it's well, this is fucking scary. This is so scary. Like you're actually, you know, like your mind is telling you you're going straight towards a barrier here. It's the first time I do VR in the sim racing thing more than 5 minutes, and I think it will be crazy. Maybe I should have taken a hypercar so that I don't have to deal with things coming in the mirror or here on the left side. Where is that caddy? Oof. And then obviously I haven't too much experience in the Porsche or in GT3s in general, which is why I'm taking a bit of free practice now to just get a little bit into the groove, which is why I'm also trying to learn where to look at, how to rotate the head, or how not to rotate it. The good news is I can see down there the MFD, and I think also here needs to be a knob somewhere. Yeah, there. So I'm sort of able to control part of the car, right? One other reason why I haven't done an online race is simply because I do not know how I'm going to feel with this. I'm very happy to be able to press the pause button or press escape here from the offline service. One question to you. A, can you hear the game normally? B, can you hear my microphone audio normally? Or is there any technical issue with the stream? Because I'm having a look in the chat in a couple of moments where you guys can then tell me that something is fucked up. Also, I hope that your immersion is still going to be great, despite you can't see all the LCDs that we can see here from the car. But I figured you may want to see the car, you may want to see the race lab apps over the in-game thing, because otherwise you can't tell actually what's going on in the race at all. Because if I'm just looking straight what I'm doing right now. Ah! Okay. There's more cars coming. Another one. And another one. Here we go. Actually, a good point of time to quickly have a look at the chat. Is everything working as intended? Stream is good, thank you. All good except for the telemetry over. It's not really working. It's not really working. What does it do? I think it's more about, for me it's more about you guys seeing what's actually going on in the race, rather than the telemetry being that interesting today. So I hope everything in that regard is fine. Then Reddits, thank you so much for the follow. Also, there was another follower a couple of moments ago. Thank you so much for your support. If possible, guys, I would appreciate if you guys note down your questions that you do have them and put them down in the comments area below the stream after it is live. I'm not sure if you can put comments right now while we are live, because probably that's why we do have the chat. But as you can see, I can't read the chat right now. This would be great. Like, you know, if I'm looking up where I would usually see the chat, I would now see a couple of ropes and steel work. So I have to admit that there is a little bit of a screen hesitation going on right now. I'm not sure if you can see that on the screen, because you're not seeing the actual footage that I can see from the glass itself. You are seeing what my screen is showing me, and the screen is obviously mirroring the combination of both pictures that my left eye and my right eye are going to be receiving here from the glasses itself. Generally speaking, the accuracy of the screen, latency, none to be felt, and that is amazing news. So whatever I'm doing here on the wheel, I can see it in real time in the car, which means it's not, you know, when I'm turning in here, it's not like I'm feeling I'm turning in on the steering wheel before the steering wheel that I can visually see here is rotating, which means I do not have the feeling that there is any latency whatsoever, which has been one of my biggest fears, especially since, you know, VR goggles is like two screens that somehow need to be synchronized, yet there is only one cable going to connect them. It was a concern of mine whenever I received the goodie. And you guys can probably also understand as in why I'm taking Circuit of the Americas as a track to do this testing on. So many apexes of this circuit are blind for when you come into it. Like this one, usually you kind of go by. Then while you are entering it in turn 13, you want to look way ahead already. It's like, where do I want to go? This is where I want to go. And then when you're braking for turn 15, 16, you want to see on the inside where the mirror is. This is the apex, and this is where you want to go. And I see that this is an advantage when it comes to VR for sure. Just the flexibility of the picture in itself, like that you can dynamically move your head around and see about certain things that you would not see in a in a static environment. So traction control, yep. And I'm gonna give myself a power, not a power cut, a cut traction control click on top of that. This is a very immersive, very immersive feeling we're having here. Like, you don't feel the bumps in the body, but just from the screen going up and down according to the settings and everything, you can quite understand what's going on in the car. And the best thing, well, I'll let these colleagues by here real quick. Speaking about the immersion, obviously you can do very interesting things and make it look very funny indeed. So let's see, we're going here onto the back straight. It's like, I would really love to have a little bit of fresh air. So I'm going down the window's coming down, and there's, oh, this is great, right? Fresh air straight into my face. Let's go. And then obviously we close the window again, hit the brakes, and turn in. It's just... I'm sorry, I have to laugh a little bit about myself. Like, don't take me too serious at the minute. This is obviously not what you do when being in a race car, right? Like, you... apart from the fact that probably you don't have a mechanical door handle doing like this all the time. Obviously, race cars do not have adjustable door windows in the first place, right? Okay, we shouldn't probably stop fooling here around and actually get into the zone. I wonder if I'm seeing a little bit unsharp because the glasses in itself is not sitting that pitch perfectly. It is a very difficult thing to 100% get right. The setup itself from the Pimax, absolutely fine. There were a couple of tutorials, a couple of informational videos out on the web. The software kind of told you intuitively how to set it up. And as you can see, my driving skills haven't completely vanished. So remember, this is the GT3 tire model that is really unforgiving. And the fact that we're still able to hold the car on a snap just shows there is no latency going on. Because if there was latency going on, I couldn't probably catch the car in the first place. And even if I would have caught it, I would have probably overcorrected with latency on. So I can confirm I am in full control of my steering wheel, of my stuff here. I'm not so much in control about my pace. I mean, I am. Where are we? Ah, 2.6 seconds ahead. Let's go. Time to finish a lap without a spinalla, right? Even though if it's not the quickest one. Because I think there is just a couple more minutes left in the session. There's the timer actually. A little bit of stuttering going on right now, which might be more down related to my PC, because as much as it is a 3080 sitting in that PC, it currently got connected two 4K screens here, then one ultra wide, which is right ahead of me. You can't see that right now, but this is where the in-game picture is from. And on top of that, I do have my top screen still operational. And that is something that is really coming in handy as well. Like, you can put on the VR glasses, you can plug them in, you can keep them running all the time. But I can, you know, in one moment just stop the car, open the Le Mans Ultimate non-VR mode, and just like race like normally. which is really great. Like, you know, there's not many, like, there's not even any setting at all that I had to change on the actual Le Mans Ultimate game in order to enjoy VR. All I had to do is like, hang on a second. This feels like Deutsche Autobahn. No joke. In hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have started the race with GT3s. Or not with the Porsche, arguably. Yes. So where was my point? There you go. Yeah, not many, if at all, any settings. I mean, of course, I had to like find the buttons for, you know, VR world and VR center reset. The center reset is really, really helpful. That of course I had to do, but apart from that, there's no changing screen. There's no changing inputs or whatever. There was one thing I had to do, which I found out. Remember, I'm on an ultra wide screen, so usually I would be running in a resolution 3840 to 1080. However, if I would have done that here, I could have not gotten a good looking picture with a game capture on a 1920 1080p resolution. So I cropped that down to a 1920, so it's like, you know, a little bit of a centered windowed game mode right now on my screen, but I can't see my screen anyway, so I don't care. I'm too late. Not last. Awesome. There is hope, I think, especially with the pace. There is hope. Okay, quick look into the chat. I find the visual cues in your periphery immediately seeing the yaw. Personally, I drive way better in VR. Of course, I can feel the rear going out much sooner. That's interesting. That's interesting stuff you guys are saying. I personally don't feel that at all. Like right now, I have to admit I'm pretty much a passenger of myself, right? Okay, so let me see if I can get this right. This is button 1, 2, 3, middle, 4 to the right. So you should now see just my face. No. Yes. Awesome. I did this right. So because where is the race setup? We're just gonna do one 30-minute race, and then maybe gonna talk a little bit about it after the race. What's going on? Because one massive downside is on a pit stop, I wouldn't be able to just go run to the toilet. I would also not be able to just go and drink stuff. This is all a bit you know. Okay. Was it 2-minute lap times that we did? I can't remember. Yeah, this I can change anyway. Okay. You know what? I think we're good to go. Is it 17 laps then? It will be fine, probably. Okay, then it's 1, 2, 3, 1 to the down, and this should be the scene we want to be looking at. Quick check. Yes. Okay. Let's get going to race. Where is my headlight? Headlights on. This is my knob. Yes, this is my knob for the brake bias. I'm dead last anyway. Where's the MFD? Down there. Okay. So let's see how this goes. Guys, I hope you enjoy 30 minutes of racing. I'll try to take it a bit more easy, not spinala, maybe make a little bit of position so we can also make the use of VR, such as, hello, giving a wave to the car nearby while having to catch up. Audio. What has happened? Okay, green, green, green. Okay, this is where really the FPS drops right now, where it's more of an hardware issue because I'm running the VR in 120 FPS. Clearly a sign that the GPU has its issues. I hope that the stream itself is fine. Actually, I might quickly press the pause button in a moment. Illegal pass? Come on. It's doing some odd things with the volume control. Something was just wrong there. Anyway, keep going. Much better than before. Thank you so much for your follow or for your sub on our channel. So if you appreciate what we're doing here, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow us on Twitch. Oh yeah, I quickly wanted to check. Guys, has there been any hesitation, any stuttering or lags on the stream, any buffering? Please let me know real quick in the chat, because that means I would need to readjust the level of FPS. Because I can't, obviously the moment I stop, Racelab seems to be having issues. Which means things are going close to the... Eric, you say it's pretty light on the head. Yeah, it is. I don't wanna, you know, put it further to my face really, like it becomes a bit strong here on the cheek. I have to admit though, the general feeling of the VR classes is pretty much perfect, right? They have a very soft cushioning around the eye area. I can't see anything from the outside, so really good. How do you call it? Like it's a really good cover from external influences. So you can't see anything from the outside, not even if I look very much down or up with my eyes itself without turning the head. So there is material that, you know, it even closes over the nose. Some rubber plates that are just like 100% go in line with the shape of your nose and the shape of your face, making it pretty dynamic and not rigid. Like, you know, if your face doesn't have a certain shape, then GG's, you're gonna see so much light from everywhere. This is not the case. This is very well done. The cushion in itself, also extremely soft. The only thing is right now, the sweat. The sweat that's appearing on the top of my head, on the forehead. I wonder how the cushion feels after 30 minutes of racing, because I feel that I'm sweating, right? I don't have any issues yet with the lenses or anything, but you know, over a period of time, the cushion could suck up a lot of sweat from the forehead. Not just like from today, but if you think about doing a 2-hour race and doing this for a month or even years, yeah, some people could probably say it might get a bit ugly at some point. Anyway, my original plan, what I wanted to state, is that the headset is really sitting nice. It felt like a little bit of a heavy thing when I opened the box at first sight, which got me a bit worried in the first place, being like, man, this is probably just about as heavy as a proper race helmet in terms of overall weight. I probably need to look it up. Maybe it is just around the same range or a little lower. So I was like, yeah, how well is my is that a dive bomb here? That nice dive bomb we play with the placer. Too much ABS, way too late on the brakes. So I might be paying with the price of having a neck pain or whatever after it. AI is driving really interesting lines. And now, yeah, it's actually my CPU is the bottleneck here, interestingly. Let me have one more check, please, on the next straight. I think there's 1 or 2 programs running in the back, which is unnecessarily spooling up the CPU. Do you guys also saw like the Lambo and the Ford like wrapping back and forth in the S's now? To me, was a clear indication that the CPU is clipping. So I pause this again real quick. I want to have this one closed. This one. Need to be careful to not step out of the safe range of the VR. Yeah, of course, it has moved completely. So what I need to do in a moment. No. Not a fan of the word. What did I say? Well, apparently we've clicked a bit too much and now we caused Le Mans Ultimate to hang up. Which gives me the opportunity, guys. You wanna see this in Hypercar instead of what we just did, or you wanna see this in you wanna see this again in a GT3? That only takes unnecessary things. should be Hypercar. Copy Hypercar. We go. I need drinks. I need drinks. I'm sweating like a. Eh? Did not start? I wouldn't necessarily say I'm not enjoying VR. I would probably say I'm getting just used to it. There is a couple of things I wanna try with VR. Like in Steam VR, there is like a a ski jumping game that works or that is intended to work with VR. Mm. So surely wanna go like something where I actually, be in a situation where I play a game including some movement. Are you serious now that Le Mans Ultimate says it has started indeed? What the fuck? Oh no, not what the hell? It's it's still on. So what I'm going to do real quick is probably reconnect the. It is spooling in somewhere. I hope I don't need to restart the PC. Okay, now we're off. Yep, Eric, I'm aware. I will use the ski jumping on a different PC though. So we try again. Because I think the VR glasses were still stuck on the game, hence it didn't restart. Here we go. Yeah, Paolo, absolutely. The second thing is like until you get out of the seat, be able to go to toilet and so on. Ton of time also it takes in order to do so. So that is another concern, of course. So which hypercar am I gonna take then? And I think in order to make this like as good as possible testing wise, I'm gonna take a car that I've driven there with a setup, which is either the BMW or the Ferrari. Wanna give Ferrari a go. This is obviously the most that I've done it. But don't, yeah, we can disobey. The practice goes straight into the race. This time we start with heavy grip, that's fine. I keep practice enabled, otherwise I forget about to disable it again. Everett, I might be able to configure it that way. I am not sure though. I have not yet done enough of checking and testing. But like you see already, I'm quite done after this a short period of time. Anyway. Loss of positional signal. Yes. Oh, come on. Where is the safety boundary? Am I now back in the game? I only see black stuff. Awesome. I see a curb. Okay. This is just not right. Like, I don't know why the glasses now think I'm outside of the safety barrier, but can someone tell me where the main menu is? Oh, wow. It's just about to fail again. Yeah, I know I need to reset position, but like you can see the screen right now. I see like a non-moving picture in VR, which just tells me that the game, yeah, exactly, has just crashed again. The main menu was, I don't know where it was. I wonder if maybe the VR is also overheating at the front, so I'm just removing that. You guys know now that I can't read the chat anyway, right? So we're just gonna do it again. Kill LMU. Then we reconnect the headset. This time, just hold it into similar position. Go. Yeah, these are obviously the things that you like. You have to deal with them as soon as they come around. Pimax XR render methods. Lobry, what would that do? Elysia, you think once I use it, I'll never go back? I will obviously have a good... I will do a review on this. A review video. It's going to be probably my first ever review, but I mean, I have to start somewhere and with something, right? I am using, like, if you mean in the settings of the VR itself, I'm using it open VR or open whatever. It's not using Steam VR. Yeah, like Eric. A big shout out to Eric W. He has helped me setting this up for a couple of times. Okay, before I will get into trouble, I will first... So my VR is not working at all right now. Copy that. So that you guys are able to see what's actually going on my screen. There you go. So I'm on my Pimax OpenXR. Render quality high. Okay, I'm just going to restart it again. Maybe it wasn't, like it was still in the restarting process while I restarted the game, you know? Connecting. Yeah, and I think I started the game about now, and it was still connecting. Now it's connected. Okay. Here we go then. Motion sickness has not been a factor now while I was in the Porsche. Let's see how it is with the Hypercar. The question would be if I get motion sick, if any like actual motion would be joining the field. I don't know what exactly is going on. No. If I press the right... VR glasses are still black. I don't know why the game... Oh, shit. I don't know why the game died in the first place. Yeah, obviously now I got the reminder that I'm not in the safety boundary, like, of course. Really? Where is my safety boundary? Is it down here? No, it's not. Is it down there? No, it's not. You know what? We just quickly set up the room again. Maybe it lost something on the way. Room settings. Here we go. Then probably I should try to not move that thing again. It appears to be really really sensitive. This is left, this is right. Okay, we go with the quick mode. We are sitting. We are in a large border size. This is ground. The right way. Ground. There's the ground as well. Perfect. So that's set up. Next step. We're good. Finally. Awesome. So I can't see stuff. So I quickly need to open that one again. Okay, we want to start this. We want to do this in VR. Pepper Prey. And then we're gonna get out with the hypercar, hopefully. Sorry for the inconvenience, guys. Anyway, as you know, it's the first ever try of me doing something in VR. I'm actually happy I got to the point where I could like drive 45 minutes and things were actually fine. Again, I'm not quite sure how much awesome. Now this is working nicely. So you know, this is what I didn't see before, like the in-game thingy. We're gonna be there in a moment. Kota, Ferrari, all cars, and settings. Heavy default normal, blah blah blah. Awesome. Load. Right. Where's the agua? There is the agua. %. Come on. Okay. Once again, I can't read chat. As much as I've removed the plate now, but I still can't read it, you know. Anyway, we're loading a setup that we hopefully assume we're I'm 99% sure I will not see a single setup for Kota. Fuck me. What is the last race I did? You know what? Just take it. We're gonna do like 16-ish laps in the race. Starting next session. Just go. I need to... I think this is sort of an okay-ish spot. Alright, Ferrari Hypercar in VR, close to no vision. Headlights on. I don't know whether the Race Lab app is now working, but I can't be asked to check it. It's nuts how little you can see out of an hypercar. Like, track map, cool. Mirror, cool. Alright, coming for the green. Green, green, green. Okay, I'm still alive. Oh. This is crazy. This is batshit crazy. So now I have to check where's my battery right now at. What? Below. Burn that energy. Go around the outside. And we go for a switchback. Yes, brilliant. What a move. Made possible by VR. Back to a normal motor map of 120, and then at the end of the lap back to 100 or even 80. Laid on the brakes. You know what's the fun part? It's like the white gloves that you see on the steering wheel, they are like just about in my view. And I think this is also where my hands is like position wise. I'm not sure if this is, it just feels like it because I'm seeing and perceiving it like that, or whether physically that's just actually the case, that the steering wheel, what you can see right ahead of me here virtually, it's just like an absolute similar position compared to my steering wheel here on the rig. I can't say. Like literally I am mentally not able to perceive a difference between it. Okay, here we go. Feeling a bit better in this car compared to the Porsche. Let's see if we can chase him down. So great to see the apex out of an hypercar with this massive A-pillar here on the left side. That usually doesn't make you see anything unless your camera is almost sitting on the bonnet. Once again guys, if you have any questions, if you have any recommendations, feel free to put them into the comments area below this video, below the stream. Because right now I can't see chat. Oh, sorry. Oof. Yeah, it's a new perspective for me, I'm sorry. I can't see chat, obviously. And I would love to be able to pick up on your suggestions as soon as I can. Which is what is going to be possible on the functionality of seeing the comments below a video. And of course, if you appreciate our exclusive view into VR, can we go for a switchback if that was close? And please have a follow on Twitch, subscribe us on the YouTube channel. We're likely going to do a little bit more racing in this condition. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to really try going online. Probably I should, just because the AI obviously doesn't look to be that great in terms of driving. Maybe you should do like a presentation lap in the Mercedes or in the Valkyrie when it's out in VR. My only fear is that like you really need a monster machine of a PC in order to like really enjoy 17 laps of racing. Oh, I need to save fuel. Or come for a pit stop. There's this BMW. Sheldon, leave. He's not leaving, he's almost rear-ended me. Nice. Perfect user case of VR. Even better than triples, I think. almost clipping with the battery again. Locked up the front. And yet the apex is so hard to see even if you can move the head. Fast S's. So I'm not particularly getting motion sick, but because there is a little bit of blurriness in these lenses, and it's not because it's an issue of the manufacturer. I want to point that out. It's not an issue of the manufacturer. It is an issue of physics and the physical laws. You know, the screen and the lens probably are a bit curved so that they can give, a probably as natural as possible zoom for every inch of the eye. However, when you have a screen and it's, you know, just right in front of the eye itself, like 2 or 3 centimeters away, then one edge of the screen might be 3.5 centimeters away, the other edge is maybe just 3.2 centimeters away. But that difference is obviously a difference in focus and scope. And that is the reason why part of it is blurry to me right now. And maybe I need to find a couple more settings to it, because when looking like this right now, the odometer down is blurry. I can't see exactly what is from here on. The delta is probably a 10th or 10.5, but I can rather say from the amount how big the green bar is rather than the actual number. The standings on the top left, totally invisible for me. However, if I look up there, it's pin sharp. So I think I need to check the settings a bit more. How many laps have I done? This is lap 4. Shit. Yeah, I'll take the track limits. I need to probably explore the settings possible in the Pimax setting hub a bit. So this is lap 4 laps done. I got fuel for 11, races 16. I can still do it. I'm not going to pit because of one. Fuel usage critical. Copy. So lift and coast we are doing. For full immersion, obviously I would need to remove the virtual mirror at the top and just like only be looking at that mirror, because that is the real one in the car. Can't really see the numbers on the dash. But I really feel like sitting in a Hypercar cockpit. It's crazy. My mind is like really tripping on me. But it's good fun. It's amazing fun actually. Whoever has the possibility of VR, if you don't get motion sick, at least give it a try. I know I've read in the chat before that whenever you start putting VR, there's just no way back. I'm a bit 50-50 on that. Not only 50-50, I'd say a little bit more. Like I have a pretty, don't want to say pre-made opinion, because it's not actually pre-made. Yeah, I got fuel for 16 laps in. We're good. So let's try to do a push lap for full performance. I don't know why I've missed the apex twice now. Yeah. I can tell you that right now, compared to non-VR, I'm probably a second off the pace. Not gonna lie. I know why people are enjoying VR, and I tell you that it is absolutely what it should be. Like in terms of immersion, VR is obviously the thing to have. When you are trying to go for the full immersive setup, like right now, it also feels to me like what is the real camera out of a cockpit showing you. The shakiness of the car, the shakiness of the bumps, making it a bit tricky to see the apexes and so on. Or the braking points on the tarmac, especially when the car goes in high speed. However, we sim racers, remember we're missing the G-forces. This is a key element that's missing in the simulator, and no matter what kind of butt kickers you're using in the world, can't replicate that feeling. Now what was that? 26, 1.65. I need to do a valid lap, right? In order to be able to do miss the apex by quite a mile. At 54.6, so I did 53.0-ish. Let's try and nail this. Not quite nailed, but a bit better. Fourth gear is probably about correct here. We sim racers are missing the G-forces for sure. So obviously we are overusing our other senses. You know, the senses from the hands, what's coming back from the steering wheel, the senses from the eyes, how is the car looking in terms of where is the nose pointing in comparison to where on the screen, on the picture, the car's moving towards to. We are using our ears like, do we hear the car screaming, the tires therefore being on the edge with the grip or whatever? And when you are starting to do that, that is where you're getting the extra speed. Oh my god, the boy's back. Dog in the room! I can't see it! I can only hear that it's there. Oh look, there is a dog on my passenger seat, which is not available in a Ferrari Hypercar. Long story short though, the ability of me driving a car on the edge in Le Mans Ultimate with a slip angle, with you know, heading, with feeling what is the car balance in its current state, this is heavily compromised as of right now. The braking points, it depends really, you know. It's an awesome thing, but to make it a bit more clear what I'm meaning, sim racers tend to have braking points that you probably wouldn't have in the real life to an extent, or that you would look differently at in real life. So sim racers tend to be like, oh yeah, look, on the road we have these anti-cuts or these white lines. You're gonna see them in the next braking zone. Here on the outside, one white line, another white line, a third white line, a fourth white line. You're gonna see them, right? And as a sim racer, you'd be like, okay, when I'm passing the second to last white line in the braking zone, or not passing it, but as soon as it disappears in front of the A-pillar here where you can see the cables. Now, in VR, either you sit here or you sit there. So where is the braking point right now? When exactly does that white line disappear behind that pillar? If I move forwards, like I can see all the way around on the front right pillar. However, when I'm looking there is no chance that I can see any stuff whatsoever. Refocus on the track, sorry about that. But this is the point, and this is, I think you lose the ability of 100.0% repetitiveness in both driving, positioning of the car, entry angle. Some say they feel they can feel the car going off earlier in the back. I would just say, like, just from a natural point of view, right now I'm underdriving the car a shed load. Oh, let's try pushing again. And to all that what I've tried telling you now, guys, feel free to put a comment in the comments area below. I happily come back in this place and look at all your questions that are down in the comments area, give them an answer as much as I can. The button, I still hit the button though here on the steering wheel, the TC off button. You can't see it right now because I would have probably needed to activate the stream camera that I usually use for the back view. I decided to not give that a go because otherwise it would look odd for you to see what I'm seeing on the screen. Yeah, sadly, because I can't read the chat, I don't know whether you actually agree or rather disagree with me. I hear a blink, so I say thank you so much for either your follow or your subscription. And of course, if you're interested in seeing more of that content, then please have a follow and Twitch subscribers on the YouTube channel. If you haven't done already, would massively appreciate your support. What do you think about VR? What do you think about the importance of immersivity in the world of sim racing? Let's see what this is a lap time, 1.1 seconds ahead, 53.5. I mean, I would obviously need to look up what is the lap times that I would be doing in conditions like this without underdriving the car too much. But this is what I mean, like, despite I can't see the apex in the non-VR position, I'll still hit the apexes better without VR than actually in VR, despite now I have the full possibility of seeing the apex whenever I go towards it. But this is like where VR is messing with my brain. Is like, where's my turning point? What is my entry speed? What does it need to be? What does it need to feel like on the brakes and so on? As we have 6 laps to go after this, and I'm under-fueled. Makes total sense. I need to actually save a little bit of fuel. I mean, again, we could do this game with the open window here. Again in VR. It is obviously a fun gimmick, don't get me wrong. As soon as I have installed the Nitro Concept wind blowers on my rig, I probably need to give this a go VR-wise and R-Factor 2 with the Formula Pro car, and that will be really immersive. And just like on the GT3s, like, oh, I want to have a bit of fresh air, so I'm like, hello there. Thank you so much for the fresh air. Maybe I just need to see from here on, can I hit the apex? No, I'm really a bit too fast. Yeah, have to do it for the jiggles, you know. So we save a bit of fuel, which means we take the S's easy. Rolling, coasting. Very good, tires love that. Because as you can see down here, it is 6 laps to go. 5.7 is fine from virtual energy POVs. That is exactly what we need till the end of the race. But I'm like half a lap short on fuel. So the race is 10 more minutes. I'm gonna finish that race and then we can maybe have a little bit of a chat in the chat. Would love to see your opinions. And then once again the call, because I can't see the chat right now and can't see your questions. Note them down, put them back in the comments area after the stream. And there's also a question, and put it down in the comments area. Would you want to see me doing more races in VR in the first place? Like, generally, instead of just like today or in the next couple of weeks. I know a lot of you guys are absolutely VR enthusiasts. As you obviously know, I'm rather not. For the well-known reasons, like from an esport point of view, it just adds another level of variable. And on an esport level, you try to replicate one line, one braking, one cornering, one driving technique, lap in, lap out. And if you're just using VR on top of it, it just makes that so unbearably much more harder, because it just adds another dimension. And then you can also see right now I'm not over pushing the car, getting into a slide. The moment I start sliding is the moment where I'm like off the throttle, is like try and catch the car. Arguably, I'm driving the Hypercar like it should be driven from the real world, right? You compare my onboard right now, besides missing every other apex, I think you'd probably see a pretty close to reality in terms of driving. Not much correction going on, not turning in, slip and sliding the car for maximum performance. Maybe only a little bit, but you know, in a real race I would like turn in, wait for the rear to come, and just with neutral steering power it out of the corner. I'm just not doing it in VR because, apart from here maybe, I do not feel the level of slip the car currently has when going through a turn. And beyond that, I destroyed the front left so much from locking up into turn 1 and 11 that it doesn't produce enough grip in the first place, but different story. No short on view. I don't know how to actually fix it. I mean, I do know how to fix it, right? I'll just go a little slower. But you know, right now we're not even going incredibly fast, so... On a positive side note, I feared motion sickness. And of course we're not sitting on an actual motion rig, but I still fear that the VR goggles are gonna mess with me, and they did mess with me. There was, when we ran here in the Porsche, there was one moment where the picture in the glasses kinda wobbled around a bit, and immediately I was getting vertigo. Because, but that is natural from a medicinic point of view. The moment the ears, the eyes are sending information, and also your center of gravity in the brain sending information to the balance system, the moment one of them is off, vertigo is the effect. Because your brain is then not able to calculate a satisfying result, as in which of the 3 dimensions your body is being positioned at. Which is why if you put on VR and then like go into like a New York City scraper with a glass floor, like, you know, there is these I think there is one program, it's like where you go on the lower level into an elevator, and you go at the top, and then you do 1 step forwards. And you do 1 step forwards while standing on Mother Earth, you know? I was like, you're looking down, it's like, yeah. I'm falling 50 meters downwards, and you're panicking so bad. It's just, that is just so how strong VR is going to trick with your brain. And it's also a proof of how sensible the human brain is towards that. Here's the thing, and this will be the deal, and I would probably, because by that time I won't have a VR goggle, But here's the thing, what I would do, and that would be a promise, if I can make it. You know, Le Mans Ultimate brings out a career mode. I would be ready to stream career modes with a storytelling using VR. That is what I would offer. If I do have a VR glasses by then, which, you know, this VR glasses I need to hand back to Pimax in a couple of weeks. But if I do have VR glasses by then, I'm going to do career mode in VR. Just for the immersion. That would be my deal. It says 2 laps to go. This is lap 14. Gonna finish lap 16. If I go that economic with the fuel, I can just about make it. Just about. Seems like I need to put up a donation goal for a VR glasses. And then I need a new PC with a stronger GPU, and then things are going to be fine. Would be a huge donation goal though. Obviously not just asking for the community to fund the project entirely, but some assistance would be appreciated on that one. Anyway, that is like future music. At the end of the day I might maybe be able to find a supplier or a deal or a marketing idea. Two minutes to go in the race. No, copy. I wonder if the feeling of the world's perspectives is correct, you know? As in, and I need maximum energy drain out from the battery, and that I can save the fuel, because you can see like I have 10 or 15% of battery, but I need to make sure to use it all so that I don't run out of fuel towards the end of a lap. Also means I rather use a little bit of brake instead of just only coasting to get a little bit more energy into it. What was my point? I forgot the gist. And now usually I would be saying, yep. Oh, this is something maybe. And this is where you guys can maybe help me. Is there a way to display the chat for me somewhere virtually right here, like that I could at least look on that side and be like, oh yeah, we have a question down here. Happy to reply on that one. I think that would be a question to the community if someone knows a way to do this. Preferably a Pimax user in the first place, of course, but also if there's guys out with other VR glasses, maybe you'll find a third-party solution anyway. That might also be down to Pimax. Obviously, when saying a donation goal for the project, I don't want to have the intention or have the create the feeling that I need this desperately. I made it actually. But of course, like it is, we would be talking about lots of investment. And I can now, as we sit here, hear that the GPU is currently going crazy, which the GPU wouldn't go crazy if we were in a normal session without any VR glasses in the first place. Anyway, yeah, this cushion is properly wet. I'm I look like I just did a crazy workout, right? XR toolkit. Maybe I mean OpenXR toolkit. I have no idea. I'm happy. I'm really happy that I at least had a stream going now in VR that worked out. Yeah. Did the LMP2s finish ahead of the other hypercars? What the hell? Anyway, guys, I think this comes to an end of today. I appreciate everyone being here. I hope it was a successful test also for you guys. No, I'm not using Steam VR. I'm using VR, OpenVX. Let me know down in the comments area below what I could do. I'm hopefully when at some point I'm able to fix this over the next couple of weeks, so we, you know, I can see more chat. Maybe also seeing some of my dashboards would be amazing. Brooked GT, pretty much spot on, and I may have been already a bit pre-made on that conclusion. But I would have surprised if it was elsewise. VR is not going to replace my screen here. 99% sure. And there is, and I'm gonna say this in a review more detailed, but there is 5 reasons for it. First, hardware requirements. More stuff that can break, more stuff that can fail, better GPU that we need. That is the first thing. Second, I explained already while driving. I need a very static environment. I know it is different in real life, but in real life you adapt differently to it. You can feel the car better. You have like not just a virtually head moving around and seeing stuff. You have like a real head moving around and seeing stuff. That makes it totally different. Third, I do have a steering wheel with a screen with LEDs. That was completely useless for today. I do have a dashboard with KPIs of the car, tire wear, tire usage, tire temperature, fuel usage, gaps on other cars. That was completely useless because I just can't see it. I can't see chat. I can't also just, jump off, quickly go pee. I can't use the button box. I mean, yes, geographically I kind of know where it sits, but I need to, in my brain, know exactly I have 10 buttons, 2 rows of 5. How am I gonna hit button 3 or button 7, which is the corresponding up at first row, second row? How do I make sure I hit these buttons in time just when I need them to adjust whatever? Same on the steering wheel. My calculator right now to do mid-race calculations and strategy. No chance. I do need an engineer to do these calculations off the board. Anything else? Probably the longer I would think about it, the more it would get to my mind. But yeah, that is my first impression, my first comparison to like what have I used before. Anyway, guys, it was a good stream. It was good fun. Sadly, we had a little bit of technical difficulties, which probably came more down to me overusing my PC. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you are not yet subscribed on YouTube, if you're not yet followed on Twitch, please have a follow there. Please subscribe. Please support the channel and come back for more streaming. We are going to do more VR racing in the next 2 or 3 weeks, that's for sure, before we send it back. Let me know, guys, for those of you that really want to help me on that topic, !Discord into the chat so that the Stream Elements bot give you the entrance to my Discord server. We're gonna there talk about the things that we may or may need to do or may not have to do on the VR settings to get me chat visible, maybe to get me also my third-party apps visible. That would be great, even if I would have to turn the wheel a lot, the brain a lot, the head. But I really want to get these things going, and I would love to get as close as possible to my non-VR current state of racing to maybe decrease the difference between normal racing and VR racing. And with that, guys, I release you to the Saturday evening. Tomorrow we'll be live with the VMS Pro Series, the sprint race at Spa. Gonna do some practice with that tomorrow. That's like an HMD. What is a HMD with good MR? Simracing Junkie. As I said, feel free to click that link on the chat. Head-mounted device. Okay. Feel free to jump into our Discord channel. We're gonna talk about things. We're gonna try things. We're gonna set up things, and hopefully we're gonna get these things working. I should have probably made a backup of my PC that I just can roll back whenever I stop using VR. So many things being said and tested and installed about this. Anyway, guys, a big massive thank you. Thank you for watching. See you and bye-bye.